All right, let's bring in our first guest. He's a friend of the show. You guys have heard him on here before. It is my good friend Trio. We're going to bring him in, see what he's up to. Give me just 1 second to get him in here. Trio, welcome to the Trout Tonight Show. How are you, sir?
I'm alright, not tired yet.
All right. What's going on, buddy?
Nothing much. I was just watching cringe compilations of my friend because we get off on that.
Cringe compilations of your friend?
No, with my friend.
Oh, with your friend. Yeah. Okay. I was going to say that's especially cringe when your friend's watching his own cringe comp.
Although one time we were watching a compilation and my ex-girlfriend came up in it in an anime convention, which was fantastic.
Was it while you were still dating her?
No, but we're still friends. We didn't break up in a bad way.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
So it was great.
Yeah, that's really embarrassing for her. Did you send her the link just to let her know?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Describe it. Describe the cringe.
The clip with my ex-girlfriend in, is basically her and a bunch of her anime con people that she went to in cosplay gear as various, gay fucking pedophile anime characters, doing a dab and then sidestepping out of the frame.
Oh, that's not that cringe. I mean, maybe the dab was really cringe.
It was cringe because this was way after the dab was like a thing.
Oh, is it not still cool? I still dab on the daily. I get my daily dab in.
76. You think that spinning wheels are cool? So
what? They are. All right. Okay, I got a couple questions laid out here for you. Let's hit the first one because I think you might have an interesting answer for me. You've got a gun to your head, and a man says you have to choose one of your 5 senses to lose permanently. If you don't choose, he's just going to kill you. Which sense do you decide to lose?
Okay, I know what 3 of the senses are. They smell, taste, and touch. It's sight and deafness then, isn't it? Sight and hearing.
Yeah, sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch.
I'm trying to think. Would losing touchness mean that you lose the sensation of coming?
Oh yeah, absolutely. All like physical. I mean, you wouldn't feel pain, but you also wouldn't feel pleasure, like in any kind of tactile sense.
In that case, I'll go smell.
Smell, that's a good one. I was thinking like most of the callers are probably going to go with smell. That's probably what I would do. I'd probably go for smell. Yeah.
The only problem with that is you can't smell gas, which is somewhat important.
Yeah, Neem says he'd lose taste. And I feel like losing taste would probably be the one where it would be the least threatening to your survival. So that's a good point.
No, because then you can't tell if you've undercooked something. Or if it's gone off.
You can usually just look at it though, right? I mean, like, oh, this chicken's still pink.
Usually, but who looks at that chicken after they've cooked it?
Yeah, Mel makes a good point. So Neem says he'd lose taste. Mel says if you lose smell, you kind of lose taste too.
My granddad had no sense of smell, but he could taste things fine.
Really?
So it was reduced, I'm sure, but he could tell that pizza tasted like cheese and things like that.
Sure. Did you know? I just found this out recently that men have taste buds on their balls.
No.
Yeah, seriously, it's a real thing. Although I knew somebody that said that they tried to dip their balls in hot sauce and they couldn't taste it. So I don't think it's very many, but there are hot taste buds on your balls.
Like our appendix, that's pretty much inactive.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's supposed to add some pleasure. I don't know. Anyways, okay. Next question. Guy comes to you. He's got a gun to your head once again. I don't know why this guy always is putting guns to people's heads, but which nation? You have to choose a nation to wipe off the map. We're talking Glassum, and then there's China already.
Yeah.
Okay, not a fan of China. I see. All right.
No, they're the biggest threat.
Biggest threat to who?
democracy, Western society.
Okay.
Like they are legit. They are the legitimate incarnation of 1984 by George Orwell. They have cameras. They have that social credit system in place. They have prisoner of war camps. They are the modern day 1984 mixed with all the other bad aspects of communist Russia. Like they're the worst two aspects of fiction and reality mixed together that I've seen and heard of in life.
Yeah, but then you also don't get any more General Tso's. I happen to love Chinese food, so I wouldn't pick China.
They're taking over the world port by port. They're doing what British colonials did. They're just establishing ports in important trading routes, and then taking over the world with money.
Yeah. How's it going, Captain Howdy? From Cringe TV
John,
to a podcast, Jack. Yeah, we're just having a little chat here. We do this every Wednesday, Captain Howdy. Okay, well, I'm going to save my last question for the finale, because it's the most important question. Tell us a story. What's going on in your life? How's the world of wrestling? I know you're a fan.
Tonight I'm gonna watch an emo kid get fucking absolutely yeeted on by an absolute Bulgarian monster. So that's gonna be great.
Oh, Captain Howdy's a friend of yours. Okay.
Yeah, he's a twat, and I hate him.
So I do have a question here. Do you love milkshakes?
Yeah, I don't. Well, no, I do. The problem is that I've had that fucking song by Kelly stuck in my head for the amount of time in which that song was out is how long that's been in my head. And as soon as I get it out of my head, John comes back in and puts it back in my head.
Is that why he mentioned it when... Okay,
yes.
Yeah, that's hilarious. I was watching your stream. Yeah, Ezrin's not really sure what song you're referring to. He's wondering if you can maybe sing us a little bit of it.
I cannot sing, so
Can't sing.
Just... No,
Bummer.
not at all.
I also hear you're a big fan of hashtags.
Oh, massive. I love them. They're my favorite.
All right, great. Okay, final question. And we can keep chatting for a bit, but I do have 3 questions prepared. This one's really important. If you could transform into any animal at will, back and forth, which animal would you choose?
So I'm in this situation, right? I have favorite animals, but I wouldn't turn into any of them because they're not convenient enough. I think you want to pick something that's very, very small and yet very strong, like an Ant-Man situation, so you can get into situations and just, you can sneak in to a bank as a mite and just like latch onto the money and wait until it goes somewhere where you can safely steal it. Things like that. That would be a useful animal.
So then your whole idea on this, I mean, I didn't mention anything about stealing money or doing crime. You just instantly go to that? You just like, well, it's got to be an animal that I can like rob people.
Yeah, otherwise what's the point? It's not people. I'm not robbing people, I'm robbing banks.
Well, I just feel like a lot of people, their answer would be like, oh, like an eagle, so I can fly around and like feel the freedom of the air, or a shark, so I could be a deadly predator in the water. And you're just worried about robbing banks as an animal?
Yeah.
I mean, you could do that as a human, though.
Yeah, but I'd be bad at it.
What makes you think you'd be any better as a, I don't know, an orangutan or something?
Well, I'm not big, and I told you I'd be a mite. I'd be a dust mite, and I'd live on the money until it goes somewhere that's like easy to steal it from.
Oh, I see. Okay. I like your thinking. Eid Mubarak, Selamat Hari Raya Maf Zahir in Batin. Hello, Carrion. All right. I don't know what that is. It's French, I believe. Anyways, okay. Anything else you wanted to share?
I want to clarify what John said because that makes me sound really bad, and I'm telling you what I think.
I heard that you crippled a woman outside your flat just to get a look at her feet.
Right, okay, this is an ongoing joke that I've never lived down ever. Right, so basically one time for 4 seconds I was washing my dishes, and my kitchen currently looks out over the parking lot.
Okay.
And in this parking lot, I saw this woman get her foot run over by a car, and that was the extent of the story I said, until a couple days later, I mentioned to my friend, like, oh, I saw that woman earlier, but she was limping this time. So I assumed that, like, I don't know, maybe a bone got crushed. I don't know what the fucking
bone got crushed.
I just mentioned it, and ever since then, that story, that simple story I just told you, has become bigger and bigger to the point where I actively went out there and crushed her foot myself, and then stalked her for like 3 days to make sure she was limping or some weird thing like that.
Sure. You just wanted to be sure. Well, so this explains your weird sprained ankle fetish.
No, that's a hole that I fell into. You're not helping my case here, you fish.
Yeah, he was in my Discord talking about how he has a sprained ankle fetish.
No, I wasn't. I'll send you the fucking screenshots, right? I was in this Discord talking about a rabbit hole I fell into that involved sprained ankle fetishes.
All right, sorry. I think Captain Howdy being here, he's a bad influence on me, because now I want to watch you squirm.
Haha. Everyone does. I seems to be the fucking glue that holds all my friends together, is making me frustrated.
No, that's good. You wanna be that, because otherwise then they wouldn't have any outlet for their their hatred.
Sexual frustration.
Yeah, sexual frustration maybe, or I don't know. I was thinking like maybe they just feel bad about themselves, and so they put it off on you. You're like the whipping boy, you know.
Whipping boy.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for being on. Do you have anything else that you would like to say before you leave? Okay. Thanks so much for coming on the show, Trio. That's Mr. Jack. He's a fantastic guy. And that bit never gets old. Never gets old. And just so you know, Trio, I believe it was your idea that we do that. All right.